Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Disney Newsreel. So it's just me today, because we had some stuff going on earlier in the day, and so I'm recording this very late at night. Late for us. So it's just going to be me, because Anna and Aiden are over in the bedroom sleeping. So I'm going to make this as quick as possible, just because I don't want to run the chance of waking them up. Also, there wasn't huge amounts that went on. But there was some kind of big, there are some kind of big stories that happened. So I just wanted to go over, so I only have 3 stories tonight, and I just kind of wanted to go over those a little bit. But before I get into that, make sure that if you are not subscribed to the channel, you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And also make sure you leave us a like and a comment and let us know how we are doing. And let us know if you are also excited to be going back to the Disney parks anytime soon. So the first article I want to look at is Disneyland could reopen at 50% capacity with social distancing. So there is a there's an estimate by this group that says that Disneyland could accommodate approximately 50% of its pre-COVID capacity with social distancing. So if Disneyland does reopen, what they're saying is that if they do, they would be able to social distance properly and still be at about 50% capacity. They would still be able to actually be at a decent capacity. Now, once Disneyland opens, are they going to do the 50% capacity? No, I don't think so. I mean, Disney World in Florida, when it opened, as far as I understand it, it opened at about 15 or 20% capacity, and it's now at the point where they're letting it fill to, I believe it's 30% capacity. So I don't think that they're going to immediately open up Disneyland California and just all of a sudden be like, all right, 50% of the capacity can come in. Because I feel like that's just going to be too hard to handle and still be doing social distancing. Because you're going to have to keep a hand on, let's see. So it looks like Disneyland California can accommodate somewhere around like 70 to 80,000 guests in the park, something like that. And so, 50% of that would be 40,000 people. So that's still a lot of people. And if you want to be able to properly social distance and you're letting 40,000 people come in, you got to think, these people have been away from the park, that love the parks, and like that's their thing. They've been away from the parks for so long that while they might care, they might actually care, at that point they're not fully going to care about the social distancing, mostly because they're going to be too distracted with the fact that they get to go back to the parks. That was part of the problem in Florida, I think, was that there was so many people that were just so excited to be going back to the parks that for a little bit, for the first couple of days, it seemed like they were having a little bit of issues and were constantly having to remind people, hey, keep your social distancing. But like I said, I don't think that they're actually going to open at 50% capacity. I think that's just out of the cards, really. But and what they're saying is that Disneyland could allow that many and still social distance. It is still possible to social distance with that many people. And we don't have, no opening date has been announced yet. But there have been there have been signs that of cast members preparing both Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure for a reopening, and to me that just means that they're just getting ready just in case they're allowed to, because they do want to be ready to be open, so that if ever the California government says, hey, you guys can reopen, they can just go, okay, cool, we'll open next week, because they're ready, so let's move on to the next one, and this one's pretty exciting. So let me get to it. And the next story is Tokyo Disney Resort resuming character meet and greets with entry request system starting September 19th. So what is that, 2 days from now? Yeah, 2 days from now. So that's really exciting. They're actually starting up meet and greets again. Japan has been doing a better job with social distancing. Like the Japanese citizens have been doing better about social distancing and wearing their masks and everything through the whole pandemic and the quarantine and all that. And so they, let's see. And so they decided that they now were able to start doing meet and greets again. And there, let's see, meet and greets at the park will utilize an entry request system, and this is the same system that they're actually using starting on September 28th to limit admission into new attractions, because there is a new section of the park that was being done. And so essentially it's a reservation system. You can do meet and greets, but essentially you have to get a fast pass for it. It's sort of what it is. You have to get that reservation for it. But they are starting to allow that to happen. So the following greeting areas will be available through this system starting September 19th. In Tokyo Disneyland is going to be Mickey's House and Meet Mickey, as well as Camp Woodchuck greeting trails. And I don't know how many characters you can usually meet on on those trails. And then at Tokyo Disney Sea, you have the Saludos Amigos greeting dock and the Mickey and Friends greeting trails. So there are a couple of meet and greets that are going to be opened up, which is really, really cool. Starting to get back to a little more towards normal is kind of how I look at it, and it makes me feel good about kind of how things are going. So, and thirdly, last but not least, we had some breaking news from today, apparently. From today? Yes, from today. The new Fantasyland at Tokyo Disneyland, including the e-ticket Enchanted Tale of Beauty and the Beast, opening on September 28th. So their new Fantasyland, which is a new section of the park, kind of a new borough, if you will, is opening on September 28th, and they'll have two rides. One is the Enchanted Tale of Beauty and the Beast, as well as the Happy Ride with Baymax, which is it says it's a clone of Alien Swirling Saucers with a Baymax skin. What else do they have there? There's the Big Pop Popcorn Shop will also be there. And they will also have another thing that opens later. Apparently, it's the Fantasyland Forest Theater featuring the new Mickey's Magical Music World show will open at an undetermined later date. And I don't know what kind of attraction that is. I don't know if that's just a show or if it's I don't know. I don't know what it is. I have not looked into that, so. But it's really exciting to see that they're putting in this new land. I had not heard about it yet because I hadn't really had time to research Tokyo Disneyland recently. Actually, for quite a while, and so I did not even know that they were putting in a new land. So, admission to the new land or to the land in its facilities will be limited due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But they have a new entry request system via the Tokyo Disney Resort app that will be used for it. So it's a reservation system, like I mentioned with the last article. And so it's really exciting to see that they're still able to move forward with some of this stuff, with opening the new section of the park, with allowing meet and greets and things like that. So that's really, really exciting to see that things are starting to progress more towards a sense of normalcy. Like, we may never go back to what we would have considered normal, but getting back towards that, just that in itself makes me happy. So, but yeah, and the Big Popcorn Shop actually looks really cool. The building looks really cool. I actually really like that building. The Happy Ride with Baymax is there's like a little sign for it, and there's a Baymax statue standing there just kind of like this. It's actually really cute, and I really like it. Is there a picture of Enchanted? No, there is no picture of Enchanted Tales with Belle. The Enchanted Tale of Beauty and the Beast. Sorry. So you get with the new Beauty and the Beast ride, it'll be kind of cool because you get to, it says you get to step into the Beast Castle located deep in the forest. And it tells you about the first scene. Belle encounters a prince who's been transformed into a beast, so it kind of goes through I think it's just a dark ride, maybe. Yeah, I'm assuming it would be just like a dark ride is kind of what I think is going on. So that's really cool that they and I would love to be able to go to Tokyo Disneyland and go on that new ride, but you know, not yet. It's an expensive trip, and I'm waiting till I learn Japanese. So that's really all I had for tonight for the news. Like I said, not much happened. There was a few more things that happened, but those were kind of the ones that I wanted to go over since I didn't have much time tonight. So anyway, thank you all for joining me tonight, and I hope that I will see you again next week, and hopefully there's some more stuff that happens next week. We'll have to keep our eye out for it. But anyway, until next week, don't forget to thank the Phoenicians.